Uh-oh.
I'm back
we got
at
the
it.
20 car back up front. 19 and 77 are side by side heading to the bus stop. I'm up to 7th now, closing in on the 3. There's a dog barking in the background. Oh, the 77 of Ed just hit the tire barrier coming out of the bus stop. So that's another spot gain for me.
And a couple of spots lost for him. So I'm waiting for the stream to go back live, and it did.
Trying to avoid not accidentally rear-ending the 3 car, as I'm trying to get by him.
On the 17 of Shady Acres now will come onto pit road, make his stop. The 1 of D. Allison just trying to keep in touch here with the lead car, the 20 of McLovin. Big game, big rig gaming. What's going on, bro? Wanted to say yo to everybody. He does. Right now, the 20 of McLovin, your race leader. I don't know what happened with my bloody stream. I didn't think this was going to be a problem tonight, but hopefully we can keep that from happening again. Right now, we are in the final stage.
20 car still the leader. I think the 1 is in second, I think. Can't really tell from here. But the 19's in 3rd. That's Shack Attack, P. Fulton in 4th. And I am closing in on him right here in P5.
Oh, dude, that'd be pretty sick. All right. So we are looking at... Got a couple people in the chat telling you to get your ass to the lead here. Oh, and he's back in-game chat. Timmy doing a double duty.
It's a bit of a tall order right now. I got a ton of damage from the last caution. I had to restart all the way back in around 9th or 10th. And with the way this restart's gotten spread out, I'm going to need another caution.
Right now there are 14 laps to go, coming to 13. This will be 13 to go as the 20 crosses the line. And right now the gap between first and second continuing to grow. D. Allison had a pretty sizable lead on the 20 of McLovin before that yellow flew and my stream decided to crash. But now the 20 out in front by a considerable margin. Oh, and there's the 5. Wrecked on pit exit.
Been there, done that. Yeah, that's sneaky. Ooh, the 62 ran really wide, came back down. Coming off the carousel, I tried to look out for him. I wasn't sure where he was going to go.
Yeah, I caught the very end of that. So now with the gap between the leaders so wide, we can actually focus on this battle with Timmy and P. Fulton. The battle for 4th, I believe.
Right now is to take care of everybody, not try to force into many mistakes into people, but I've already ran into somebody early in the race that I don't think I was at fault for. But someone's already mad at me in the race, and we'll probably talk about it afterwards, but it's tough. I'm having to listen to race control and what you're saying in the booth. It's the most distracting thing I have ever done as someone who has been notoriously terrible at multitasking. This is a bad idea. I'm glad I tried it. I don't want to do it again.
Good. I'm never going to ask you to do it again because now that I got the chat audio figured out, I just cannot keep the streams up, so I need you to run the streams now, so that way I can make sure it's up for the whole damn thing. But, oh, P. Fulton cuts the grass, gets wide. Timmy's going to close the gap. Now as we are looking to have 11 to go. The 20 of McLovin continuing to spread the lead wider and wider. The gap between first and second is about the same as the gap from second to third.
Just got around the 62 into turn
and the 5 is still at the exit of pit road. He's not moving. The fact that a yellow hasn't flown.
Yeah, I haven't heard any word about that over here, but
66 of Timmy able to get by the 62. We were checking in on the leader. Now he sees very much off into the distance the 19 of Shack Attack. Running there in third. Now he enters corners. Now we do come to 10 to go. There is still one mandatory green flag pit stop that
19 car just surrendered third. He's on pit road now.
There we go. The first to pit under green. These are mandatory pit stops. The 62 of P. Fulton will also come down this time. The question on everybody's mind is, when is the leader of McLovin going to come down? Or will anybody try a no tire strategy, just do a quick fuel and go to try and get ahead of the 20? And will this 5 on pit exit cause any issues? So far, none, as there's still no yellow. Absolutely insane. The 20 of McLovin. There we see the 17 of Shady Acres. He's coming in to make his last stop. The 1 and the 20 do not come down. Timmy Racer also not coming down quite yet. When will our leader be down?
Still trying to figure out what the call's going to be. I'm monitoring the tire wear right now. I got about 4 laps of fuel left in the tank. As here I'm going through the S's, running in third place. My tires are looking pretty good with the amount of laps left. It's a tough call. I don't really know how much more they're going to wear throughout the rest of the race.
Yeah. Do you think you have enough tires to be able to do a stop and go?
That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out right now, as I'm continuing to log laps as I'm closing in on a lap car here.
It is the 27. The 27 will really creep. Big Dog Turner will creep down pit road. As the 20 closes in on the 77 of Ed, though, gives him a little love tap just to let him know he's there. And he will scoot around the inside. 20 of McLovin has put on an absolute clinic here, as we have 6 to go. The problem is, the closer we get to the end, the more likely the drivers ahead of you, Timmy, are going to probably do a stop and go as well. Right now, it is a 20 car in the front. The 1 is in P2. And Timmy Racer in the 66 running in that third spot. And the leaders still have not come down, as we have 8 laps to go at the Glen. Sorry, 7 laps to go, because I just forgot the stream I'm watching is a lap down car. 7 laps. And want to take a moment here while not much is going on. We're waiting for these drivers to come down pit road. D. Allison. Man, he's worked his way from the back of this field all the way back to the second. Led a couple laps here in stage 3. Unfortunately, the yellow flew. The pit crew didn't give him the stop he needed. And he ended up losing the lead and fell all the way back to third. As now we see him take the dive. That also should mean, yes indeed, the 20 of Mafia, McLovin. He will come down as well, and there's the 66. 20 we've seen have failures on pit road with his crew. What will we see this time? As the 1 is down. As I can honestly tell you, I have no idea.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I'm taking a can and a half. So it'll be a 9.7 second stop. I don't know what the rest of the cars took, but I gotta be very careful exiting the pits. That pit wall on the left side is very deadly. I ran a league race here a few months ago, and I was running in third in that race. And I had a really good pit stop, and once I clipped that wall, my car just looped around, and that was game over for me. So I try to make sure not to make that same mistake again.
So, can you give me a rundown of the running order as they go?
I will in just a second. I'm sorting through, making sure my phone stays on. I had to let the chat know that I was pitting, and my phone went to sleep. And my phone wasn't recognizing my thumb, so I had to like put in the passcode, and I can't really do that on the straightaway because the straightaways aren't long enough for me to do that. But so right now, so I'm going through turn 6. We have McLovin with a 14.5 second gap. He's got about a 7 or so on Davey Allison, who is in second. I am in third place, ahead of the 19 of Shack Attack, who is closing in on me. He's about 1.5 back, and then the 62 of P. Fulton is rounding out your top 5.
Alrighty. So not much changing in the front, with the top 2 staying about the same. As that is not the 20 you see ahead of the 1. That is a lap car. The 20 right now entering the carousel as the 1 enters the bus stop. Oh my goodness. An absolute clinic here. As we have, I want to say, 4 to go. No, sorry, it is 5 to go. Coming to 4 to go. This time as McLovin will come out of the final corner and he will cross the line to complete the 43rd lap. As he closes in on a lap car, that is the 3 of K2005. There you see the 1 entering the S's, or entering turn 1 as the 20 of McLovin was entering the S's. And all I can say is that I have never seen a clinic such as this, as the 20 has to get a little racy there with the 3. 3 didn't leave him much room, and the 1's through the grass. Oh man, cooks it into the carousel. Where does that put him in relation to Timmy?
Well, now it was 8 earlier. Now it's 6.6 between me and the 1. It didn't hurt him too bad, but it's really going to hurt his chances of trying to hunt down the leader. Meanwhile, I got the 19 car. He's probably got a better car than me right now.
And right
it's down
now,
to 1 second between me and the 19, so we're going to have a battle for third place here.
Yep.
With 3 to go.
Yep. 3 laps to go. The 19 getting as wide of an entry into that first corner as he can get. It's a little squirrely on the rumble strips, though. Gets it gathered back as he continues his charge to get the podium. Right now we run back on the leaders. He comes out of the final corner. He will take the 2 to go. Caution here would spell an overtime, which I'm willing to bet everybody in the field wants to try and close this thing back up. The 27 looking to get out of the way of the 66 as to not mess up this run they got for third. As the 19, you see it, has closed even further to the 66 of Timmy. Through the S's. One of Timmy's better spots on the track. He's been there all day. Oh, and he just does a really good job through the bus stop. Keeps that car out of the dirt. Through the carousel. Timmy had the better entry, which will lead.
Oh, the 17's around, coming off the carousel. Had to avoid him there. The 19 is now closed down to a half a second.
And the 20 will take the white flag. This race will be official. Next flag will end it. The 1 now takes the white. We follow back on to the race for third. One more lap for Timmy to be able to get the podium. The 19 cooks it on the turn 1 entry. He closes the gap more. Has a straighter exit. And he will be on Timmy's bumper out of the S's. He looks to the inside. And he will shoot through to third. Timmy unable to hold him off. Oh, but the 19! Oh, scrapes that wall. The 66 does well to check up to miss him. But the 20, we go back to the final corner. McLovin, the dominator today. And he will be your winner at the Glen. The 1 of D. Allison will come out of the final corner. Down the front stretch, he will take home second. And now as we look for the 19, he comes home in P3 as Timmy will finish fourth. The 62 of P. Fulton having a little fun here at the end. He's just going to try and putt it home. And the 62, he will round out the top 5. As we wait for the rest to finish. Cannot say enough, though, about the way this 20 dominated the field. Had a little bit of trouble there at the start of stage 3 when he restarted in third and had to work his way through traffic. But once he got that clean air, that car was on rails and took off and left everybody else in the dust.
Yeah, he was the talk of the town for sure, and a bit selfishly, I wish that we could go back in time to back when I was still racing on this game regularly, to where I was actually on a rhythm. I don't think I would have had anything for him, but hell, I think I would like to try. There was a lot of rust to knock off, but no, that was a good race for everyone here up at the top. Davey in the 1 car had his issues early on, good rebound for him. The 19 was able to get back around me. He had the tires, like that's how he got behind me, because he took tires on his stop, I guess. And he was able to run me back down. I was kind of nursing the car at that point. The left front was really getting eaten alive those last 2 or 3 laps. Like my left front tire, I think, was around like 15% or lower. Like it was plowing, especially in the bus stop. The bus stop, the car just would not get the hook back to the left. Like I would get a good entry, but every time I tried to hit that second apex, the car would just swing wide and nearly hop the last curb and get into the grass. So I was trying to make sure not to do that. And that's how the 19 was kind of gaining on me there. And the last lap, side by side, I wasn't confident that we were gonna get out alive if I sent it, so I just let him have it and hoped that he wiped out, which he almost did, but I had to check up to avoid hitting him, so he was gonna be able to hold me off anyway. So congrats to him on the podium. I apologize for rear-ending him earlier, but I had to let him know he braked like 100 miles before the braking zone. Like I don't know what he wanted me to do there, but he might not see it that way. We can agree to disagree. We'll talk about it, but I had fun. I'm never doing that again.
Well, I know you had a lot of guys rooting for you. Big Rig Gaming was definitely.
I don't think anyone in this race was happy with me at all. So like, what is this? Like, what is this fucking idiot doing here? But yeah, I tried my best to take care of everyone. Even if I wasn't the most successful at it.
Yeah, no, Big Rig Gaming was definitely rooting for you through that whole thing. Because now the leader, or the winners, top 3, will join the chat here. McLovin is in. Waiting on the other top drivers tonight. Hopefully the stream doesn't cut out again. I don't see why it would. That was a little annoying. Thought we fixed those issues.
I don't think second's gonna make it. Or...
Oh, so it's only third and first?
Yeah, and Timmy.
Well, yeah, but I already did Timmy.
Oh, you already did Timmy.
I did Timmy. We kind of.
I personally would love to hear what Timmy's got to say.
Normally, when the top 3 don't show up, one of them don't show up, we'll interview fourth. So.
Actually, I think what I can do is interview third place.
Hold on, I was gonna say, give me a second. All right, so we got McLovin, Shack Attack. Oh yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, Shack Attack is our third place finisher, and
I'll let you do that one.
Shack in the number 19 car was able to hold off that idiot in the 66 car for third place. Do you got a copy?
Washed.
What do you want?
You had a pretty good car. You were up there towards the mix. You're up there with the leaders for most of the race, and I do gotta ask, why the fuck did you break 100 fucking miles into turn 1? Because
I was letting McLovin go because I didn't want to hold him up.
Well, you let him go, alright. Just threw me off. But again, I didn't mean to do that, but you finished ahead of me, so you got back at me there. I was trying to not try to not make things worse when we got side by side into the bus stop. Because if I knew that if I stuck it in there, we for sure would have wrecked again. So, and I knew you had the tire advantage too. So, you took tires on that last stop, right?
Sure did.
Yeah, I figured, because I was wondering how the hell you got behind me there, and I took the risk of not taking tires because I'm like, oh, my tires could probably make it, and they did. But the last lap and a half, the car was really starting to fall apart. So, besides that moment there, how was your race just overall?
It was hanging on for the most part. I mean, I dodged a couple of people more than I wanted to. I definitely think there needs to be like an overlook, and you know what I mean. But other than that, the car was really good. My goal was to hit a sub 106 or a 105 somewhere, and I managed to hit a 105.997. So, yeah. And then, I decided to pit with exactly 11 to go, took tires, and I said, everybody else is probably not going to take tires, so I need to get on track and just run, like, qualifying laps the whole time. And it was, I think I was pushing it too hard, and also trying to get around people at the same time. But I ended up finishing third. It seems like this is a consistent thing for me this season so far, is finishing third. I'm hoping to break the third curse, but I think I'm the points leader. I don't know. But yeah, the car was good. I don't have any idea where we're going next week, so I have no idea what to look out for. But
yeah, well, with the pace you have, I think you'll break through at some point. Like, you're fast just about at every sort of track that we go to. I don't see you just staying regulated to third place for the rest of the year. I think that second or even a win's going to come at some point. But you did mention avoiding people. That was actually a point that I was going to bring up and I forgot, because that was kind of a talking point in our chat. And it certainly threw me off too in the race. That's kind of why I was taking it so easy, because I don't race these guys. Like, I don't know their breaking points, and you got some guys go laps down, trying to get out of the way, and unfortunately, just stuff happens. So I have to look into that, and just kind of figured out we move on from here, and that's congrats on third. And I apologize again.
That's okay.
Don't worry, I'm never doing this again.
Next week is Texas.
Oh, by the way, you mentioned the 105.9. I am definitely washed. I just looked at my best lap, 106.007, and I used to be able to hit 105s here. I'm definitely washed. Like, that just proves it there.
I'm just trying to get the setups what they should be given, because the person who gives them to me is really fast. So I'm trying to get the times that the setups deserve. So I'm working on it. I've never been known for road course racing, but Texas, watch out.
Ooh. Y'all heard him there.
I'll see you there, Pookie.
Yeah, you had to beat that 77 too. I'm pretty fast there, but.
All right. You got some confidence going into Texas. Love it.
The last thing I'll say is you're going to want to try to keep the 19 and the 20 separated from each other, because if not, we may walk away from the field.
Well, it's not good.
Just for that comment, I might run it.
Anyway, go ahead.
All right. That should, I don't know, this should wrap up the third place interview. That is the 19 of Shack Attack. Then he is, in fact, your points leader, at least going into this race he is. But we go to the 20. McLovin, you got me?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Walbridge?
Well, I'm pleasantly surprised that mine and Timmy's little experiment didn't totally suck. So there's that. But what didn't suck at all was the car that you had today. You dominated this race from the drop of the green. What was it about this car that was just an absolute rocket?
The car was obviously good. I like to give the car a lot of the credit, but I've always prided myself in being a good road racer. I mean, I felt like I've probably been one of their better ones in the game for years, so it's kind of my forte. But the car was really on rails. I made one mistake in stage 2 where I spun out and lost my big lead and had to spin and win to win the stage, but other than that, man, didn't have to do much. Just had to be careful with the rumbles and the entry to the bus stop, because for some reason there's like a little lip there. If you catch it wrong, it catches the car. But the car itself, yeah, like you were saying, great car. Didn't have to do much to it. Shackett had a good car too. I wonder who gave it to him. Yeah, good run. Good run.
Now
and Timmy's washed.
Yeah. Now, we saw that you had some trouble there at the start of stage 3. You started back there in third. Was there something about maybe some dirty air or something playing a factor in it being so hard for you to get back to the front?
Not at all. I was just trying to be respectful of Shackett and Davey Davey Allison, and let them run a little bit. I knew once I got out front, it wasn't going to be an issue, and there was no reason for me to push the car because I already knew the pace I had in the car. So I was kind of just letting them do their thing and see if Shackett could work Davey over, and then eventually Shackett kind of just moved over for me once he knew he was kind of holding me up. But no, it really wasn't anything with the car or anything like that. I had some damage at the end of stage 2 that I had to repair those 2 seconds that put me back there, and so stage 3 I kind of was patient those first few laps. Got back to Davey, and then that caution came out, got past him on the restart, and just never looked back, just hit my marks and do what I normally do. Just don't make any mistakes. Try not to make any mistakes.
Now, we've heard what Shack Attack is saying about next week at Texas. Is there a sense of confidence that you also have going into next week?
I mean, I'm JCR. I'm confident every track we go to. That's never going to change. I always feel like the cars I have are good enough. The stuff I make's good enough. It's always just if I do my job as a driver. And I mean, the last 3 weeks since I've came in, we've done a really good job. We got Michigan, finished second to Clash into Kansas after he walled me. I'm going to clip that so I can send it to him. And then got the win at Glen, so we're 2 for 3, and our worst finish is second right now. So the confidence is high. We'll go into Texas, and I already know I have a rocket there. So we'll see what we can do. A lot of these guys have quick cars, though. I mean, Neto was competitive at Kansas and Michigan, so I know he's going to have another good car. And, of course, Kari, whoever else shows up, is probably going to have good cars. But, yeah, my confidence is high, man. I feel like I can compete with anyone, and I expect them to bring the fight to me, but I think I can get it done.
All right. Well, want to congratulate you on the absolute clinic you put on today. We look forward to seeing you again next week at Texas.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. And that is the Dominator, your winner, the 20 of McLovin. As now, I want to see if we have...
But apparently Big Rig, shout out to Big Rig, he was very engaging and active in our chat, I noticed.
There was another guy that was active in the first part of the stream that did cut off.
He was calling me out too, damn.
Yeah, he was.
Holy shit.
Me and him were chatting up here, but makes me feel pretty good. So, Etho, you got your ears on?
Sir, buddy.
So walk me through it. You didn't really have the kind of race that we're used to seeing you have. Did you have the car that you needed to get you through this course today, or could there have been a little bit extra work done beforehand?
Yeah, the car was there. It's just a driver. You know, I'm not really that good on road courses. I was shooting for a top 5, but I didn't quite get there. So I know during the first couple stages I was right there in the top 5, but you know, little incidents happened, and I was running third, but then I overshot the turn, and it just cost me my race there in the final stage. But like I said, the car was there. The car was definitely capable of running up front, running the 105 range, 106s, but like I said, driver error. He just couldn't get faster than 107.8 or so.
Now, I specifically wanted to talk to you because I heard you have a comment about next week at Texas when we heard Shack Attack starting to bode some confidence about how he was going to run there next week. Are you pretty confident in how you're going to be there next week at Texas? We know we heard you last week saying that Texas was a track you were looking forward to.
Yeah, I'm actually there right now running a 50% race. So, I mean,
hey, yo.
It's going to be ready. I'm going to be ready for that one.
Oh, man. All right. Well, hey, we look forward to it, Etho. We'll let you get to that 50% and put on a clinic over there.
Yeah, I'd like to give out an honorable mention to P. Fulton. He done a really good job tonight. He extremely fast car. Raced me really clean. I enjoyed racing him.
Oh, I'm just giggling at the chat. But hey, congratulations on another solid run. Good points day for you. It's definitely something to keep the smiles on about. But we'll look forward to seeing you next week, bro.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Alrighty. And seeing as how we already talked to Timmy about his day, we'll be looking to wrap this thing up. So,
I got one more announcement too, Wallbridge. I want to do a $20.
I'm getting banned from the league. Let's go.
No, please. God, no.
Well, yeah, we got to announce it with the league. We want to do the most improved driver throughout the year and give away $20 at the end of the year for the most improved driver. So.
Wow. Hey, that'd be pretty sick. I like that.
That's huge. I'm hoping I can be in that category. Also, one other shout out, or a couple other shout outs, if you don't mind, Wallbridge, I forgot to mention.
I got it.
All right, shout out to Lynch. I love you, Pookie. Okay. Shout out to Big Rig. You are the dotes. And shout out to Shackett for always being him. That's all I got to say.
We do always have to give a shout out to MFF Ed, though.
Yes, because he's a nice guy.
Thank
And he's the only guy that practiced with me this week.
Shout out to America.
Overrated.
Overstated, more like it. But hey, we're going to wrap it up here on our end. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And definitely those who are in the chat, like Everything NASCAR and Big Rig. You guys were definitely having a good little bantering match in there. That was pretty cool. But yeah, if you like what you see, like and subscribe. We are going live every Saturday now. No Thursdays this season, just Saturdays at 9. But we will see you guys next week as we take on the
Texas.
yeah, the mile and a half of Texas. All right, well, that'll do it for us. Good night, everybody.